Hello student, today as these notes already sent to you in last lecture, but some student asked for to make a video regarding this topic. Okay, now what is the topic? Here we have to find the force experienced by the when two current carrying conductor parallel to each other separated by some distance, the force experienced by the one conductor due to another current carrying conductor, and from that expression we have to define the definition of amperes. Okay, so here see in figure 1 we have considered two infinitely long straight conductor. It is denoted by x2 y2, one conductor. Through this conductor I2 current is flowing from bottom to top along this direction. Okay, it is shown here. And another conductor, its name is x1, capital X1, y1. It's a straight, infinitely long straight conductor, and I1 current is flowing through this conductor from bottom to top along this direction. Okay, now when these two types of conductor, current carrying conductor, infinitely long, separated at a distance of r here, placed along this parallel to each other, then the force experienced by this conductor due to this current carrying conductor we have to find, and from that expression we have to find the force experienced per unit length also. Okay, so I am just discussing one by one. Now, as this conductor x2 y2 infinitely long straight conductor, and it is carrying current I2 along this direction from bottom to top. Okay, as it is shown on this figure. Now we want to find the magnetic field at this point P. Value of magnetic field we can find by using Ampere's circuital law, already discussed, by using this formula. Okay, here we have considered that magnetic field produced due to this current carrying conductor carrying current I2 at a distance r, and here observation point we have taken at P point. So, and this magnetic field, if it is denoted by B2, so B2 equal to mu naught by 4 pi 2 I2 by small r, by using Ampere's circuital law. Okay, already discussed how to find. Now you can see this figure also, that when current carrying conductor carrying current I, and if we want to find the magnetic field at this point, then we have to draw a circle, okay, such that the distance from that observation point to the wire is taken as the radius of that circle. Okay, so, and formula is B equal to mu naught by 4 pi 2 I by r. Here mu naught you know is called permeability in free space. Okay, so here dotted portion means we have half portion of that circle we have drawn, and this is shown in dotted line. Okay, so at P point the magnetic field due to this current carrying conductor x2 y2 at P point, value of the magnetic field is B2, and B2 equal to mu naught by 4 pi 2 I2 by r. Okay, now what is the direction of this magnetic field? Now to find the direction at P point, we have to use the right hand thumb rule. So you know that right hand thumb rule already discussed. We have to hold this current carrying conductor such that this thumb gives the direction of the current. Okay, then finger curling gives the direction of the magnetic field. So direction of the magnetic field at P, which is denoted by B2 here, is into this plane of the board, but in case of your copy is into the plane of your page. Okay, so here into this plane of this board along this direction. Okay, now we know that when a current carrying conductor is placed inside a magnetic field, it experiences a force, already discussed, and this expression we know vector F equal to I within first bracket vector L cross vector B. Okay, now here this is the conductor and it is carrying current I1, okay, and at P point the force experienced by this current carrying conductor at P point, if it is denoted by F, then by using this formula we can write this, see, F equal to I1 L B2, okay, where B2 is the B2 is the magnetic field produced due to X2 Y2 current carrying conductor at P point, okay. Now see here, the direction of magnetic field is into the board, okay, and direction of the current carrying conductor means L here is along this direction, so it is perpendicular to each other. So L B sine 90 degree, so F equal to I L B, okay. So by using this formula we have F equal to I1 L B2, but we have to find the force experienced by this current carrying conductor per unit length. So here we have to take L means length, L equal to 1, okay. So putting the value of L here, F equal to I1 B2. Now putting the value of capital B2, what we have, F equal to I1 mu naught by 4 pi 2 I2 by R. So F equal to mu naught by 4 pi 2 I1 I2 by R. So this is the expression of force experienced by this current carrying conductor X1 Y1, which is carrying current I1 when it is placed at a distance of R with another current carrying conductor X2 Y2, which carrying current I2, okay. Now we have to find the direction of force. So how to find the direction? We have to apply Fleming left hand rule. So now just using the Fleming left hand rule here, see, the direction of the current carrying conductor here X1 Y1 is along this direction. Middle finger gives the direction of, or center finger gives the direction of current. Then this index finger here gives the direction of the magnetic field, okay. Then thumb gives the direction of the force, okay. So direction of the force along at P point is along this direction. This is the direction of the force, okay. Is it clear? So this conductor, current carrying conductor X1 Y1, when it is placed another current carrying conductor X2 Y2, it experiences a force, and that force here it is denoted by capital A along this direction. Now we can derive same expression when we want to find the force experienced by this X2 Y2 current carrying conductor when it is placed at a distance of small r, when X1 Y1 current carrying conductor at a distance of R1 and it is also carrying current I1. So we have to proceed similar way. Now if we proceed similar way, we have to draw a circle, okay. Now force a magnetic field produced due to this X1 Y1 current carrying conductor at point Q, it will be along which direction? This is the observation point, this is along this direction, okay. Now how to find direction? Similarly we have to use the right hand thumb rule, hold this current carrying conductor X2 Y2, and direction of the current gives the by indicating this thumb, then the finger curling along the direction gives the direction of the magnetic field. Now magnetic field produced due to this X1 Y1 current carrying conductor at Q point, if it is denoted by B1, okay. So this value of this magnetic field is same, B1 equal to mu naught by 4 pi 2 I1 by R here. In second case, this is the magnetic field produced. Now as this conductor is carrying current and it is placed inside a magnetic field whose value is V1, so this current carrying conductor also experiences a force, and that force, if it is denoted by F, then F equal to, by using all this condition, what we will get, mu naught by 4 pi 2I1 I2 by same expression we will get. Okay, but how to find the direction? Now to find the direction we have to apply the Fleming left hand rule. Now according to Fleming left hand rule, see, this is the direction of the current here, in this case x2 y2. This is the magnetic field, direction of the magnetic field away from this plane of this boat along this direction. This index finger shows, then thumb gives the direction of the force experienced by this x2 y2 conductor, and this direction along this direction, and expression is same, this one. So when from this thing we can say that when two parallel conductors, straight, infinitely long straight conductor carrying current, okay, and place are very close to each other at a distance here r, then they are attract to each other using this force, and expression of this force is same. But when, so I think it is clear to you, all of you. Now when direction of the current is x1 y1 conductor along this direction from bottom to top, but when if the direction of the current in case of x2 y2 conductor is from top to bottom along this direction vertically, so what happens? Then you will get the direction of magnetic field, force experienced by this conductor due to this conductor is along this direction. So here direction of the force is along this direction. So these, due to these forces, they will repel to each other. So we can say when two conductor, current carrying conductor, and when both are infinitely straight and infinitely long, and their direction of the flow of current is opposite to each other, then when both are placed very close to each other, then they repel to each other. Okay. Now next we have to find we have to define the amperes. It means what 1 ampere, definition of 1 ampere by using this formula. Okay. Now if we consider I1 equal to I2 equal to 1 ampere and R equal to 1 meter, then we know the value of mu naught permeability in free space 4 pi into 10 to the minus 7. Now if we put all this value, we will get F equal to 2 into 10 to the minus 7 Newton per meter. Here we are finding the force experienced per unit length. So unit is Newton per meter. So what is 1 ampere? We can define now when two current carrying conductor carry 1 ampere current, when both when they are separated by a distance of 1 meter and both are placed in free space, then the force experienced by each other is 2 into 10 to the minus 7 Newton per meter. Then the current flowing through that two current infinitely long current carrying conductor is called 1 ampere. This is the definition of 1 ampere using this formula. Okay. So you just go through this and you have to visualize a little bit to draw this direction of this force and magnetic field. Okay. So you can